Building with Papa. Okay, I'm doing my solar project. Here we go. This blue line is the edge. That's the corner. The other corner. And we got one pole up. We started after lunch. And we did quite a bit on layout first. But it's brutal out here at the sun. So we're going to start in the morning, working on getting the rest of the columns up. Those are my solar panels. They've been sitting on my porch for a few months. I've been very busy, haven't been able to get to it. Well, I'm off this week, so we're going to start getting this thing together. Okay, so everything's laid out. We have one column up. We're spreading the rest out. We had a little bit of rain this morning, but everything was laid out, so now we're drilling all the holes to be able to put the red heads in, put a piece of tape on the drill bit so we know how deep we have to drill them. And depending on your red head that you have or that you're using, read the box. It'll tell you exactly what you need to do and how deep you have to go. You'll see some of these are very long. The concrete is sloped for drainage, but we have to keep these columns all level. So we plumb them and we level them, and then we will have to support them with structural grout underneath. All right, we put the bolts on and we tighten them up so we get them nice and secure. All this is working out. These are 1/2-inch bolts. It's working out nice. Okay, now we have all the red heads in and we're starting to set all the columns. We put the nuts and washers on the bottom, and then we put them on the top so that we can plumb each column each direction. It works out really nice. You bring the bottom ones up based on a line that we put on the column, and we use a laser. Then we adjust the top ones and bottom ones to get each and every column nice and plumb in both directions, and then also level. Now that we have them all in place, now we use a structural grout, and we fill up the bottom of this with the structural grout. Fill it up nice and tight. Make sure it's pushing out at the other end each time that you put it in. You're trying to make sure you get the grout completely underneath the column, and all the bolts nice and surrounded by the structural grout. When this dries, the structural grout is pretty hard. It's much more harder than any concrete. But fill it up really good. Check it several times. See that it's bulging out on the other ends, and you just keep packing it in there. It's very important. Okay. We got all 8 columns up. You see, we bolted them down, plumbed up the columns, and you can see the white mark that I have on the columns. That was the benchmark. We used the laser to keep them all the same height, so the tops are all the same height. That's why we had to grout the bottoms. It's been 110 out here most of the day, even as high as 114 today. It is brutal. It's brutal out here today. Okay, now Tyson has finished up the perimeter with the welding. Then we have some braces going across. All right, we have all the frame done, and now we're starting to set panels. I'm really excited. You can see that I put this aluminum brace across. It goes across all the panels. That's where they're going to attach. I have stainless steel hinges at the end that we ran a straight line through so that all of them are in line, and they're all going to be tied together so that all of them can move together at the same time. Okay, they're all up. I siliconed a T-strip in between each one, so that's what the tape is for, but it looks really good. Building with Papa. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. See you on the next one.